Alright, welcome to another day of New York live streams. Today we'll be trading and analyzing gold and GBP, JPY along with cryptos. And I'll also do some recap as we're in the middle of the week where we started out in the week. What was the analysis and if those analyses did play out. So first of all, let's do some fresh analysis and see where we are in gold. Let's do 4 hour. Okay. So 4 hour, we're breaking above this resistance. We have 55 minutes to close. Let's take a look at what's happening in hourly. Hourly, we made a high. So on hourly, we've gotten up, we made a leg up, and we've created a high. And we've also created a support on 30-minute. Let's jump down. Yep, that's perfect. So we've gotten support. This is great because we've gotten support, and this here in between support and this resistance is just ranging, right? So it's gotten up. When it goes sideways, that's what we call ranging. Let's see. So if it closes below, then it can continue. So if it closes below 33.58, it can continue to push down towards 33.52. Let's see how far it is. It's about 50 pips. So this range, it's 85 pip range. Yeah, let's see how this 15-minute closes, because on hourly we're going down, we're filling this wick, and potentially we can continue down to 33.53. But let's see how we react from this support. GJ on the other hand, we don't have any drawings here. Perfect. So GJ has been rallying up. GJ has been rallying up since last week, since beginning of last week, and we've taken a couple of trades. Actually, the trade we took, it was a sell on 15 minutes. I believe it was somewhere here. Let's see. No. Monday. Oh, this was it. So the sell we took, and I'll go over that one more time, is once it was breaking below, so this was support, and consider there is no move on the right hand side. Once this was breaking support, and at that time what we anticipated for the next candle, for this candle to continue to push down and fill this range. So this candle, this big red candle, that was the trade we took, and I exited right here at this low, because once it was not breaking below the previous candle, there was a higher probability for it to continue to push up, which is exactly what happened. So if you go on the live trade on Monday, you'll see that the trade was ended the trade. We closed the trade right here at 198.357. Anyways, let's see. So we have daily. Daily, I think we're very bullish. Yeah, we're not. The momentum is not dying down just yet. You see, it's just small, medium candles all going throughout and filling the whole entire range on the left hand side. $199. Yeah, we're at a heavy level. Yeah, we've had a rejection on 200 level. Obviously, psychologically, that's also a level. But I want to take a deeper dive and see. Okay, yeah, we can count that as a resistance, and yeah. So let's see how the price reacts to one of these levels, and then that's where we'll be able to take a trade. Oh Lord, breaking below. Ethereum 4677. Weekly, it's gone up. Yeah, it has crossed 4700. See, on Ethereum, we're also very close to the all-time high, which is 48 and some change. So it is common for us to get a reaction as soon as we are reaching a high resistance or a high volume. Uh, Although I do think that it has ran quite a bit in the last, let's see, in the last 126 days, 130 days. So in the last 4 months, it has ran up over 244%, which is a lot more than it has ever done. Yeah, that's actually insane. It has never done this much until it was last time it was this high. It was this high this quick. It was back in 2020. So I don't know. Something makes me think that it might actually break above these zones because you see how strong these candles are. Let's see, Bitcoin 120. Yeah, Bitcoin's staying still just for a bit. Doge, let's see. Doge, we're at 2470, 24,724. Okay, let's see. So while we wait in the New York session streams, I do want to talk about just small topics um, on trading related and give examples of how we should look for trends, how we should identify fake outs, how we should identify reversals, things of that nature, and how we should align ourselves with fundamentals and see the analysis play out. So I will be um, actually, you know what? Let's just search. Let's ask ChatGPT to give us a list of. Give me a list of trading topics for my short videos. Wow, this screen just made me look all bright. Market basics. What is a candlestick chart and how to read it in 60 seconds? Nice. Bull versus bear market, support and resistance. Actually, we can start out with the first one. So, candlestick chart and how to read it in 60 seconds. Before, let's see. Are we gonna break below this previous low and continue to push down? How how far we've dropped? So there is hesitation. There is hesitation. There is hesitation. Actually, you know what? I was looking at this, alright? So, what is a candlestick chart and how to read it in 60 seconds? So, a candlestick is price compiled and showed to you in a form of a candle. So, if a price goes down from 33.61 to 33.56 within the time frame of 5 minutes, then it will create a candlestick to show. And there are certain patterns like doji, hanging bar, there's reversals, and those patterns are recognized in candlestick forms in order for traders to recognize and trade along the trend or reverse, depend on how the conditions. But that's how the candlesticks are are shown. بتمنى السوء. Man, I love this song. Let me try to. Batman. 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 No, Batman and suck. Batman and suck. Why is the audio not working?
By saying, this is what I want. With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes.
You see, it didn't break below. It didn't break below the low. It's continuing to push down, so we're gonna wait. That's why you wait.
بتمنى انساك زي ما انت نسيتني في يوم بتمنى انساك وانسى ان انا حبيتك يوم بتمنى انساك زي ما انت نسيتني في يوم بتمنى انساك وانسى ان انا حبيتك يوم ويجي النوم او يجي الموت بس يسكت صوت الاه والعتب واللوم بتمنى انساك انا بتمنى انساك بتمنى انساك زي ما انت نسيتني في يوم بتمنى انساك وانسى ان انا حبيتك يوم بتمنى انساك.
Alright, so the mic volume should go back up. The desktop should go down. Okay, anyways, what is happening on gold? We have calmed down. we have calmed down, my friend. Okay, so we break below the previous low of the candle. We are now creating. We're now creating. This could be a wick for the candle to continue to push down. So we'll just have to wait. If this candle breaks below the previous low, then we should be able to continue to move down. So, well, let's just see. I think it's retracing a bit too much. This might be actually, I'll show you. If this closes back in the range, I'll show you an example of fake out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it another try to explain what a candlestick is in 60 seconds. So I'm gonna actually time myself. Let's see, we have a timer and go. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain to you what a candlestick is in 60 seconds. A candlestick is a representation of price moving from one point to another. So for example, if once the price moved from 33.63 on gold all the way down to 33.56 and closed at 33.57, that means that the price went all the way from the top at the bottom and in the interval of 15 minutes. And candlesticks are now used to recognize patterns, and traders use those patterns to execute trades. 44 seconds, 45 seconds. Now let's ask ChatGPT to explain, and we'll see how professional ChatGPT is. But it has 4 key: open, close, high, low. Perfect. I described all those 4. green white candle. Yeah. Let me get the link of the live streams first. New York session live trading. Okay. Turtles, black, multiple colors. ChatGPT. This is nice. Follow for more trading tips in under 1 minute. That's nice. Okay. Actually, I need to make a clip, so I'm gonna time it. Where are we in the stream? We have been streaming for 23 minutes. Okay. So we have about 3 minutes until this candle closes. GJ, what are we doing in GJ? We're just between the range. We're trying to push down. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna wait for this candlestick to close. We got 3 minutes, and if it closes the way it is, then it needs to wick up, and then as it's breaking below the previous low, that will be our trade to continue to push down. 30-minute, we are closing back up in the range. Mm, green, let's save it as green, and then for red, let's just save it as apply, save as red. Okay, okay, let's go. Now we're just gonna extend to the right and we're gonna go back to our normal. Okay, let's see. I think, yeah, we've got it. Let's take this out. Red, green. Okay, so that's one candle. Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can push and continue to need a wick higher. We need to wick higher, but we need to wick higher. GJ 30-minute, 1 hour, gold. Oh, stop! Can you stop drawing this? 24 pips. See, the only reason why I'm not taking this trade, because see, it has broken below the previous low, and there is a higher probability, there is a chance, let's just say there is a chance for this to continue down and fill this whole range. There is a very big chance, but there is also a chance, which I'm not willing to take, that it has not created a high. If it had created a high and then it was pushing down, I would be more comfortable taking this trade. But I'm not comfortable taking this trade without 30-minute creating a high, because it could literally just flip, create a high, and then push down, and that will take me out. I'm not going to be able to stay in the trade. Um, so that is the reason why I wouldn't be taking this trade just yet. We're at 29:45. That's what I explained it. Chat. Batman 29. We've got one viewer. Oh wait, that's me. That's the goal, is to grow this channel, to have more viewers when I'm able to drop some more knowledge. Uh, because as you give free knowledge, people come in. I'm not looking for anything, so I'm gonna be able to grow this channel by just giving pure knowledge and see how how I can benefit the community and benefit the viewers. See, if it's breaking above its high, as I was talking about earlier, there is a higher probability for it to continue to push up. I would actually execute this trade. Longs. Long, long, long. Let's see. Yeah, if it breaks its own low, there is a chance that it can fill this whole wick. So I'm gonna watch this trade, monitor this trade very closely. Mm-mm-mm. What's GJ doing? 30 minutes. Creating a higher wick. So the whole trade idea here, the trade idea is that it broke below its previous low and now it's coming up to break its high. When the candle breaks its own high after pushing down, then that means that it can continue to go up. Same thing on the other way, on the flip side. If the candle is pushing up, breaking the previous highs, and then it flips bearish and breaks below the previous low, its current low, then it can continue to push low because there is no point of candlestick here. There is to go down and then continue to break its own high. Unless gold is just ranging, so we shall see. Okay, so I'm gonna give it another try on explaining what a candlestick is. Let's remove. Can I just remove these drawings? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's time ourselves. Let me draw a candlestick first, and then I will. Right. Let's see. Text. Start. Can I do 10? I think 16 should be fine. How does that look? That looks okay. Can I move this up? What's happening here? What's happening? Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna wait for this candlestick to close, see how it closes. If it closes bearish, then I'm gonna exit the trade. Brev. How do I, this is so difficult for me to just delete. Text, let's see, what kind of text can we do? Can we do call out? Oh, this is great. Close. Let's do another call out. Let's do this as start, right? This will be the low, and this will be the high. And let's draw some candlesticks here. Let's make this template red. 30 seconds. Yeah, we're not looking that good. I will be exiting this trade. Alright. So, since it's respecting the previous support, what I'm going to do is we will go short and look for filling this range once we break below this previous low. It shouldn't have triggered just yet. Let's see, close. Let's copy close, let's paste it. I actually I'm just gonna wait. There's no point, because we have what, 15 minutes for the hourly to close. I don't want to take a trade in the last hour, last 15 minutes of the hour. So we're just gonna make this, yeah, this here. So found support here. Okay. Okay, so it's breaking above the previous candle's high. is breaking above the previous candle's high. If it retraces back, I think we should be able to take a trade. But again, we've got 10 minutes left from the 1 hour. I've seen this many times. Also, I'll just leave it there for now. Okay. Okay, so today I'm going to explain to you what a candlestick means and how to read it in 60 seconds. A candlestick is basic representation of time and the price at that moment. So for example, once a candle opens, there is a start and there is a close, there is a high of the candle, and then there is a low of the candle. Highs and lows are considered as wicks if there are any, and then the same thing if the momentum is bearish, there is a start, there is a close, same highs, and then there is a low. Now these candlesticks over the time are recognized as patterns for traders to execute trades on. That was good. Okay, let's do... I think we were at what, 47? 47. Alright, so let's do one more try, and I'm gonna time myself again. Hello, today I'm gonna be teaching you guys, well, hold on. Hey, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to read a candlestick with under 30 seconds, 60 seconds, bro. Come on, lock in, gang. Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to recognize candlesticks under 60 seconds. So here we have, candlesticks are basically time plus price. We have start of the candle goes down, that creates a wick, which is the low of the candle. It closes bullish, it closes positive, that is the close, and then it went all the way up to this wick, which is the high of the candle. Same thing in reverse once the price is going down. Once there is multiple candlesticks, they are recognized as patterns among traders to execute trades on. I'm at 45 seconds. I want to go up to 1 minute. GJ. You know what? We're forming. This is great on GJ. I love this. We are getting ready to continue to fill this wick. This might be actually a good trade. 30 minutes on 15. Let's just see. Even on gold, as long as we're not breaking above. Actually, let's just see how it closes. It just slipped right in. Okay. Alright traders, I'm going to be explaining to you how to look for a candlestick and what exactly does a candlestick means. So a candlestick is a representation of time and combining with the price of the market. So once a candlestick opens, let's say if we're looking at 15-minute, the start of the candlestick is going to be the body, and then once the candlestick goes down, that will be the low, and it will form a wick. As it's closing above, it's already 40 seconds in it. Okay, let's do it again. 52 seconds and alright, so today I'll be explaining to you how to look out for a candlestick, how to read a candlestick. Alright, today I'll be teaching you guys how to read a candlestick just under 60 seconds. So a candlestick is a representation of time combining price. There's 4 key factors of a candlestick: start, close, low, and a high. Once the candlestick starts, let's say it has gone down and then it started to come up, that will be leaving a wick. So that will be the low of the candle. Once the candlestick goes all the way up, that will be the high, and then it retraces back and closes at this level, that will be the close. Vice versa in a bearish market. Now, traders over time, looking at multiple candlesticks, recognize patterns to execute trades on. Hopefully that helps. Follow for more. 1 minute. Let's go. Where we are, 53. Yeah, 53. 52, 30. Yeah, that's fine. But man, man. Let's do an Instagram video for my followers behold. Let's see. Alright, we're doing a little candlestick breakdown session under 60 seconds. Alright, we're doing a little candlestick breakdown session under 60 seconds. Alright, we're doing a little Oh, you know what? It would be a good idea. Let me see if I record a story. I'm gonna ask people on Instagram to see if they understand what I said, and get feedback. Right? Okay. So I'm gonna explain to you what a candlestick means under 60 seconds. A candlestick is a representation of time plus your price in the market. There are 4 key factors. There is start, there is low, there is a high, and then there is a close. Once a candlestick starts and it wicks down, the price goes down, and it goes up. Then that will be a wick. Let's try. Oh, why am I so big on the stream? Let's... I'm thinking about getting a ring light, honestly. Because a ring light, couple of LEDs, make it, you know, look a little shiny, look a little nice. So, yeah, everything in time indeed. Why is this like, okay, make this a little bit more small. Okay, that should be perfect. All right. So actually, this is 8 a.m. Let's do a quick analysis. 30-minute. Oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna enter a sell right here. Stops above. I think we entered right about here. Yeah. So we have 15-minute. We wicked up, grabbed liquidity, came down. This is like this 15-minute and this 15-minute is just pure range. Let that not fool you, because it tried to break low, it didn't. This one, it tried to break up, it didn't. So on now we look at 30-minute, right? On 30-minute, we broke below the previous support. We tested it. We made a lower low, and now the price should continue to fill this wick and continue to push down to 33.52. That is the idea of the trade, because we have our 1 hour that's also bearish. 4 hour, I think 4 hour closed bearish. Yeah, 4 hour closed bearish. So overall, the market is it's bearish right now. So as long as we're able to stay below, uh, stay below 33.61, we should continue to push down. That is the idea. Oh look, damn, jeez, jeez. I feel energetic today. That's nice. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to read a candlestick under 60 seconds. Candlesticks are time intervals. Let me see.
multiple candles. Once there's
Alright, chat. I think I'm going to close this trade right here. So this is the close. We are good. We have secured 31 pips. This is a W. This is a W. So the main idea, the whole idea was that the 15-minute was bearish. This here, it was sort of ranging. So we tried to break below the previous low, then we tried to break above the previous high, and then we end up forming, we end up closing bearish. So when that's the case, you look at 30-minute, you recognize what is the candlestick telling you. It has broken below the previous support. It went up and retested it, and it broke below the previous low, which means that we're still in a downtrend, right? We're still bearish. Then 1 hour, we closed bearish. 4 hour, we also closed bearish. So since this is the beginning, this is the start of a 4 hour candle, that means there will be more volume to trade with. That is where we took this entry, and we anticipated the lows right here, but I think we're good with about 31 pips. That's where we secured our full position, 31 pips, because I don't want to stay in the position longer than I need to. I need to be quick in and out and get my trade done. So this can continue to push down. This can continue to push down. Or depending on what the market gives us, you can see. But that's it for the day. I'm done for the day. I've taken 2 trades. One was break even on gold, and the other one is 30 pips. Let's see. Trade analysis.
multiple candles. Once there's multiple candles, that forms patterns which are recognized. Okay, so today I'm going to explain to you what a candlestick is within 60 seconds, right? Candlestick is a representation of time plus the price. Actually, this should not break above its previous high. Now it has continued to push down and broken the previous lows. It should not continue to push up and break its own high. Anyways, so a candlestick has 4 factors. It has a start, it has a low, it has a close, and it has a high. Once the candlestick starts and it pushes down, and now it goes up, it has created a wick. That's the low of the candle. And let's say if it goes all the way up until up right here, and then it retraces back, that's another wick, which is the high of the candle, and that's where it closed. Over the time, there's multiple candles. Once there's multiple candles, that forms patterns which are recognized. Okay, so today I'm going to explain to you what a candlestick is within 60 seconds, right? Candlestick is a representation of time plus the price. Actually, this should not break above its previous high. Now it has continued to push down, broken the previous lows. It should not continue to push up and break its own high. Anyways, so a candlestick has 4 factors. It has a start, it has a low, it has a close, and it has a high. Once the candlestick starts and it pushes down, and now it goes up, it has created a wick. That's the low of the candle. And let's say if it goes all the way up until up right here, and then it retraces back, that's another wick, which is the high of the candle, and that's where it closed. Over the time, there's multiple candles. Once there's multiple candles, that forms patterns which are recognized. Okay, so today I'm going to explain to you what a candlestick is within 60 seconds, right? Candlestick is a representation of time plus the price. Actually, this should not break above its previous high. Now it has continued to push down and broken the previous lows. It should not continue to push up and break its own high. Anyways, so a candlestick has 4 factors. It has a start, it has a low, it has a close, and it has a high. Once the candlestick starts and and it pushes down, and now it goes up. It has created a wick. That's the low of the candle. And let's say if it goes all the way up until up right here, and then it retraces back, that's another wick, which is the high of the candle, and that's where it closed. Over the time, there's multiple candles. Once there's multiple candles, that forms patterns which are recognized. Okay, so
Actually, we're still streaming. Alright, guys. That will be it from me. I will be heading out, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.